Welcome everyone back to another Livewire Sports Entertainment. I'm back at you with another one, and we're going to talk about the Indiana Fever and Miss Caitlin Clark. Yes, I nicknamed Caitlin Clark and her millions and millions of Caitlin's fans. Um, I name her now the ratings queen. Yes, the ratings queen, because Caitlin Clark is responsible for everything viewership, attendance wise in the WNBA. Now, I listened to the Ben Daniels podcast. Shout out to Ben Daniels. He's always dropping gems, always dropping gems. And um, the Pope also as well. John Liquidator, shout out to him also too. Man, there's so many more that I follow out there. Black and White Sports, shout out to y'all too. So I'm shouting out at all the people that I follow. But let's not make no mistake. We tried to tell y'all. We've been expressing this to y'all. We've been showing this to y'all, and why that Caitlin Clark is the biggest draw in the WNBA. She is attendance magnet. She is viewership magnet. She is marketing magnet. Because without Caitlin Clark in the WNBA, it would just be typical viewers. There won't be new fans. There won't be anything. This is why the WNBA is trying so hard to keep her at bay. Rather if it's our coaches, the Olympics, the commissioner, the players, whoever, you can't stop this train. You can't. Caitlin Clark is dominating in every sense of the way. I have a quote. I got some stuff to share with y'all, but from After Sports, the WNBA experienced a historical rise in popularity since Caitlin Clark was drafted #1 overall. We already know what she did for viewership in the women's NCAA tournament. We already know what she did there. So what did you think? What did you expect for her to do when she came to the WNBA? Exactly. That's what I say too. She was going to bring that same kind of viewership. She was going to bring that same kind of dominance. Now, the former rookie of the month is staying pace. Yeah, granted, Angel Reese had her first 20-point game. She's been knocking down double-doubles, but most of her double-doubles, her rebound has been coming from her own. Last night showed that, hey, she was able to get rebounds while getting her own shots back. But nevertheless, their capacity arena in Chicago is 10,000. I think they play at the DePaul Old Stadium Arena, but they only drew 7. You only drew 7,000 to a 10,000 capacity. But you out here saying, oh, we having celebrities pull up. We out here. You even got Shaq bowing for you, trying to discredit Caitlin, saying, oh, it's okay. I'm going to give this analogy. Now, some of you out there who watch boxing, you know how this goes. There's an undercard, and there's the main event. The undercard, Aja Wilson, Cameron Brink, Angel Reese. The main event, Caitlin Clark. You know why? Because you can pair Caitlin Clark to any one of them, and the ratings go through the roof. The ratings will go through the roof. Now, the New York Liberty have a really good, strong fan base with Sabrina Ionescu and Breanna Stewart there. But the New York Liberty didn't sell 2 million tickets by themselves. No, no. They had the help of yours truly, Caitlin Clark, to make that happen. And guess what? Even though they have been, the New York Liberty been showing steady in viewership, but they haven't never topped that again. So with this, the WNBA announced a 156% increase in attendance from last year. And much of that growth is due to the Indiana Fever star. Yes, Miss Caitlin Clark. So we're going to pull up something right here. Yeah, there we go. So somebody on Twitter put out, said Caitlin Clark and the Fever are responsible for 33.5% of total WNBA attendance this season so far. Okay. Let me run that by you again. I guess because you might not have heard me or might have stuttered or whatever. Caitlin Clark is responsible for 33.5% of the total attendance this season so far. So that means if Caitlin Clark walked away right now from the WNBA and took up 33.5%, viewership would be bad for the WNBA. It would be bad because most of them people came to see Caitlin either away or at home. Now they say the Sparks Cameron Brink has been a slight better attraction on the road than Angel Reese. Now I wonder why. I wonder why that Cameron Brink has been a slight better attraction. Because, well, I could tell you this, because she don't talk. She talk profoundly. She talk sensible. She has that charismatic way about her. She handles her business. She doesn't sit in the media and feel threatened because she's not getting attention. Because guess what? She even came to Caitlin Clark's defense and saying that Caitlin is doing a wonderful job. And for the people who think that she's not, then you're absolutely wrong. You know what I'm saying? Angel Reese can't say that same thing. She had to tie herself to every little story about Caitlin Clark just to make herself feel irrelevant. And then you got people out here, you know, because she dropped the little 20-point game and they all jumping up and say, oh, I told y'all, you know, she coming. That don't mean nothing. Caitlin Clark dropped 30 twice. She was averaging 16 points. She averaging over 16 points a game this season. Just slightly under 10 rebounds. Slightly over 10, 5 assists. I mean, do it on a consistent basis. Not just one big game and then like, oh, who? Because we already know CC could break. She could have a big game at any moment. Again, she already showed you that twice, 30 piece, twice. Went on to have rookie of the month. I mean, so the thing about it is that the Aces is the only team that didn't have the Caitlin Clark effect. And we're going to go on a little bit more because I want to show y'all something else in this. See, this is where it gets a little bit sticky for y'all folks because y'all clearly don't understand how this works, how Caitlin Clark make this stuff happen. You know what I'm saying? The Indiana Fever average 36% more fans on the road. That is 15,142 than any other WNBA team. Now, than any other WNBA team. Guess who's second? The LA Sparks. Oh, Chicago Sky is right behind them with 10. Then the Kinetic Suns. Then the Seattle Storm, Phoenix Mercury, New York Liberty, Aces, Mystics, the Wings, the Lynx, and the Dream. 15,000 more than any other team. She's averaging that a game. I mean, no, she's averaging that on the road. On the road, people. On the road. And you think that Caitlin Clark is not the draw? You think she's not the main event? This is WrestleMania, baby. She's the main event on everything, on the road, at home. She making y'all look good. If y'all ever heard this old saying from the shampoo commercial back in the day called Vida Sassoon, if she don't look good, y'all don't look good. That's just the fact of the matter. I keep telling y'all this every time. Numbers never lie. So why y'all up here and say, oh, well, the other women have an effect? Like I said again, it's like boxing, baby. Y'all are undercard. Y'all set the stage for the main event person. Instead of sitting there and say, hey, you know what? Hey, we all playing a part of it. But, oh, it's not just about one person. Oh, it's about me too. But guess what? Me too. You're not pulling nothing. Like The Rock will say, you're not pulling nothing. You ain't seen nothing. You ain't nothing. Again, the Fever led the WNBA in average attendance at home. Let me read this again. The Fever led the WNBA average attendance at home at 16,571. And I already told y'all what that's on the road. And it draws 36 more fans on the road compared to the next team. However, Clark isn't the only rookie driving the league increased popularity. Number 2 overall pick Cameron Brink and the Los Angeles Sparks are the next on the list, drawing 11,000 fans on the road. Meanwhile, rookie Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky, the list with an average of 10 fans attendance on the road. Okay. But that's still, you gotta, but even though you drawing that on the road, and guess what? But guess what you're not doing at home? You're not doing these numbers at home. Everywhere Caitlin Clark and the Fever touchdown at is must-see TV, baby. It's must-see TV. Let me show you another one. Another one. Like DJ Kelly said, another one. Key highlights. Caitlin Clark has accounted for 33.5% attendance in 2024. When Clark plays, WNBA games average 15,591 fans in attendance. That's a plus 105% compared to 7,645 fans when she's not in action. Wow. When she's not in action, it drops off. Clark has caused attendance figures to jump 87% compared to opponents' average home attendance. The Indiana Fever averaged 36 more fans on the road. Again, Caitlin Clark has accounted, that shows what she's accounted for. Caitlin Clark games, total attendance, 203,991 in 13 games. That's an average. That's an average of 15,691.6. All other NBA games, attendance total attendance 405,000 with 53 games, or ranked 53, whatever, and that's an average of 7,000. So Clark account, just her account is double what the other NBA games are. And look where, when the Fever played all of these teams, Caitlin Clark had caused attendance jump to 87% compared to any average of the other opponents' average home attendance. Home attendance versus the Fever. The New York Liberty had 17,000. The Seattle Storm, 18,000. The Los Angeles Aces, 10,000. The LA Sparks, 19,000. The Washington Mystics, with the biggest one, 20,000. The Connecticut Sun, because their arena is small, that's 8,000. Compared to other teams, is no comparable. So if you think Caitlin Clark ain't moving the needle, then you crazy. Like I said before, she is the main attraction, man. She is the main attraction. You can't discount what she's doing and sit here and say, oh, well, it's about us. It's about us. It's about us. Again, you are the undercard. And for Angel Reese to say, well, we selling out. But guess what? The numbers don't lie, because you third. You behind Cameron Brink. Because guess what? Cameron Brink at Crypto Arena, they getting busy over there. That team is a little bit more exciting than your team. You know, maybe if you was drawing that, you would be playing at the United Center. Well, hold up. Maybe that when y'all host the Fever in 2 weeks, maybe y'all will move to the United Center. Because trust me, that little small 10,000 arena ain't gonna hold the people that's coming with Caitlin Clark, that's gonna travel to Chicago to see Caitlin Clark play. You see what happened when the Connecticut Sun hosted them on Monday night. They was chanting, "We want Caitlin. We want Caitlin." Imagine Caitlin fans taking over Chicago. That would be embarrassing. That Caitlin coming in your home and taking over your home. It's like somebody walking in your house and taking over your TV, just turning your TV at will. Now, I want to dive in to other news. Other news, you know what I'm saying? Because the WNBA looks like they're going to be losing a little bit. Chicka change, you know what I'm saying? They're about to lose a little chicka change there. Chicka change. So this comes from Outkick. All right. This comes from Outkick. All right. Despite a massive uptick in popularity and interest in the WNBA, is expected to continue this streak of losing money, according to the Washington Post. The league has operated at a loss every year of its existence and survives by being subsidized by the I guess he meant to say subsidized by the NBA. This year, the Post reports that the league will be losing $50 million. On average, they have lost over $10 million every year since they operated. Commissioner Adam Silver told the Associated Press in 2018, "We speaking about WNBA finances. This is the 20th year for the league existence, which means the NBA has sunk over 250 million in the league over the past near decades with no return on investment." And you wonder why? Because the thing about it is, guys, if these women in the WNBA don't change their ways, don't change their thinking, matter of fact, it's not so much the players, it's the people at the top. If they don't change their ways of how they think about business and marketing, they always going to be in the same rut. It don't matter if it's Caitlin, Angel, Cameron Brink, Juju, Paige Buckers, whoever comes in later. If the WNBA is so fixated to stay stuck in this little rut and whine and complain about more money and everything else, then they're not gonna move. I don't care what players come in, because guess what? The players that I just named, they gonna make their money. They're gonna get the biggest deal, so they ain't not gonna be hurting for nothing. And then you wonder why your players go overseas to play, because you're not even financially stable to stand on your own to pay your players. Breonna Stewart and Collar, they creating an unraveled league, so players don't have to go overseas; they could stay home. These are the things that you have to take accountable for, and I don't know what the commissioner is doing. She need to get out her rug. That's why it was so important to say, hey, we need to put Caitlin on the U.S. team. Even if we could give her minimum minutes or whatever, even if we blowing out teams, we could put her in the game. Draw more marketing for yourself. The U.S. women's team is not marketable. The WNBA is not marketable. Yeah, one of your biggest stars, Angel Wilson, and she's supposed to be, what everybody says, she's supposed to be the GOAT, the new GOAT of the league. She's supposed to be the face of the league. Well, your face of the league can't even sell out home crowds. And your face of the league is on a 2-3 game losing streak. They at 500 at 5-5. But they crying about shoe deals and all of this stuff because Caitlin came through the door with all of her endorsements. She didn't have to pick up a basketball and waited a year. She didn't have to have something in the works to make it happen. She didn't have to wait for charters that was in the work for 4 years. See, all of this, we had this, but you didn't have it at the expense where it needed to be. Because guess what? If Angel, Caitlin, and Cameron didn't come in the league, you probably would have still been waiting. And nobody would have been paying attention to you because viewership would have been down. And see, with the popularity of these ladies that came into the league, you are able to, at the end of the season, negotiate a new CBA and new TV deal, because the NBA has to help you with the TV deal. And guess what's going to happen? Y'all ain't going to be on TV like that next year. The Indiana Fever are, because they know who's making the money, who's the biggest draw. Caitlin Clark is the biggest draw for y'all. Whether y'all don't like her or put up with her or whatever, they Adam Silver, them, they know what's going on. I'm gonna tell you, if Roger Goodell was the commissioner of the WNBA and the business that he does with the NFL and putting them in marketable place, the WNBA would have been way better than what they are. Because guess what? You would have been playing overseas, playing talent like into games. You know what I'm saying? Like how baseball does. Plus, there would have been a lot of primetime games. There would have been people wanted to see y'all like y'all seeing y'all now on Ion, NBA TV, Amazon Prime, and all of that. You know what I'm saying? He would have been able to market this brand. And guess what? He would have picked certain stars out. Caitlyn would have been the #1 star because she's like the Patrick Mahomes of the NBA right now. Granted, she hasn't won in the title, but her popularity warrants her that position. So I say this to say this, guys. The WNBA they need to get their act together. They need to do the things that they need to do, because at the end of the day, you're gonna have to dig yourself out a hole, some form of fashion. See, the NBA don't mind subsidizing y'all, because the fact of the matter is there's talent in the league. They know it's talent in the league, but there's jealous talent in the league. That's the issue. It's jealous talent, because if the talent it wasn't so jealous and biased, then they could have easily be in a better position. But again, tell me what you think. Do you think that WNBA should do more in marketing their players better, change a few things? And let me know in the comment section, guys, who is the biggest draw right now? And I know that sounds like a trick question, but I already know. But we need to start calling Caitlyn the main attraction. That's her. Caitlyn, the main attraction Clark. That's her name. Because guess what? She drive ratings. She drive attendance. She drive merchandise sale, everything. And again, I'm going to use my boxing analogy. Y'all the undercard. She's the main event. Until then, this is Livewire Sports Media, along with Indiana Fever Media. Until the next time, guys. Peace.